No answer.
Oh, maybe he's too busy to hear the phone ringing, absent-minded professor and all that.
Well, I think I'll go and see the old boy.
You don't think Hubba Pasha could have traced the scrolls to him, do you?
Well, I don't see how. Not unless I've done something damn foolish without knowing it.
There is a young female downstairs wishes to see you, sir.
Oh, who is she?
I can't remember the name she gave me. It's foreign. But she is not proper as to dress. That I can tell you.
Not proper? What way?
Oh, please. Please, I'm so frightened, left all alone.
Quiet, Pedro.
I think that answers your question, sir.
Mr. Blake, I'm so sorry to come in this way. Perhaps you do not remember me.
You are Miss Zigiana Lanushka. We had the pleasure of meeting 2 days ago at the Langham Hotel.
Yes. I tried to phone you yesterday, but they stopped me.
Well, you're here now.
Yes.
That will be all. Thank you, Mrs. Bardell.
Mr. Blake, I think you are the only one I can trust to help me.
Well, sit down and tell me what troubles you.
Hubba Pasha has given money for me, but I must leave and get work and tell my uncle to give back the money.
You mean you were sold to the Pasha?
My assistant, Tinker.
They called it something else, but it was really that. And I consented because my uncle and my mother and my brothers would need the money. But now, after 2 nights in that place,
They were unkind to you?
No, I cannot say that. The eldest of the ladies, the Lady Cassandra, has taken much care of me, but it is not right that I should live there with all those women, all together like that. And now there's something else. The Pasha is to leave England tomorrow, so I had to come away before it was too late.
Leaving tomorrow, is he, by golly?
Yes. You will help me, Mr. Blake, please. Or to find some work, perhaps.
We will do what we can. But first I must go out. I have an urgent errand to perform. Until then, Tinker will take care of you.
Oh, pleasure, I'm sure.
We can talk more when I return. Well, yes, until I return. If you ask Mrs. Bardell of a Tinker, she will give you a dressing gown for Miss Lanushka.
Hey, I'm not sure you can take them.
Yeah, that's a picture of the Great Seal of England. They called in the governor when it was stolen by a chap called Zenith the Albino.
What a funny name.
Yeah, he weren't a funny man, though. A master criminal, if ever there was one. You remember Zenith, don't you, Pedro? He was always trying to do you in, wasn't he?
Here we are, then, Master Tinker.
Ah, well done, Mrs. Bardell.
And what shall I do with the article you left in the hall, miss?
People were looking at me. I took it from a theatre to cover me up.
What a turn, I can tell you. Well, it's warm in here now, but it wasn't then. It was cold and clammy, and I could hardly breathe. I tell you, Mr. Blake, something devilish went on in here.
You say the Pasha called just after you found the professor.
Ah, that's right, sir. Him and the other one came in here and took away the scrolls.
Do you know if the professor's been in touch with Hubba Pasha?
Yes, sir, he had.
You're sure of that?
I heard him on the telephone this morning. I was just going out at the time.
And what did he say to the Pasha?
He said he'd learned something from the scrolls, and that he'd tell the Pasha if he put up the money for his expedition to Peru.
And did the professor give any indication of what it was he'd learned?
No, sir. Not only that, it'd be to the Pasha's benefit.
Governor?
It's the professor's notes. Unless I'm much mistaken, written down here is the key to the secret of the mummy of Tufu Eddas.
You mean how to find the marvel?
Yes. Unfortunately, I can't make head or tail of it. Miss Lenushka, you said Hubba Pasha is leaving tomorrow. Do you know where he's going?
Only that it is to the east. Oh, there is some talk of staying on the way at a house with a funny name.
What name?
Linnaeus.
Linnaeus, Latin, from lerne, a place in Greece, a word often applied to the snake or hydra that was born there. There was a snake at that ceremony I witnessed in Camden Town. Do you know where it is?
Nobody has said, only that it is surrounded by wild country.
I see. Look, Miss Lenushka, I will help you escape from the Pasha and start a new life. But first, you must help me. I want you to go back there for one more night.
But I shall be punished for the time I was away. It is not permitted to go out.
I will help you to return without being seen.
But they'll have missed her already.
Possibly, in which case she's clever enough, if I'm any judge, to talk her way out of trouble.
Oh, but why must I go back?
Well, first, to listen, so that later you can tell me anything you hear about this journey, its purpose and its destination. Now, second, and even more important, in order to retain your place in the Pasha's household.
But I do not understand.
No, neither do I.
Well, you soon will, both of you. Now, just one more night. You said you could trust me, and now you must.
Yeah, but Governor...
Cut along, Tinker, and get a cab. And now, young lady, we must get you ready to return to the Langham Hotel.
There. Put them in the iron box. Is everything in order for my departure tomorrow?
Yeah, all is in order, Excellency. The train will be entirely private, both in England and on the continent. It will be drawn by locomotives provided by the various railway companies en route. As usual, there will be your own day coach, your night coach, wagon-lit and a dining room for Abdullah and the ladies. Oh, and a cattle trap for the servants.
The lady Zigiana, she's comfortable?
I believe so.
Oh, and the mummy. That has been specially packed so that it will not receive damage.
Yes, cousin. It has been labelled as a sacred object, lest those inquisitive baboons of customs officers should interfere with it.
One more thing. Mr. Sexton Blake.
I will arrange this evening for him to be taken care of.
This flight of stairs is in very poor order. Make a note, Mr. Jackson, that the top flight needs strengthening, particularly the brackets which hold it to the wall. You too, sir, you must take your share of the responsibility. Now then, if it were impossible for our men to reach that door with our ladders, that window would provide my men with the best means of ingress, were it necessary. Who is occupying that part of the hotel?
It is one of the box rooms in the suite of Hubba Pasha.
Well, I'm sure His Excellency will not mind if my assistant and I conduct a little experiment. Now then, Mr. Jackson, just make a test entry. Fire brigade, madam. A routine check of the hotel.
There is one case that I wish for backing.
I shall bring it out in a little while, madam. And meanwhile, please stand right back from the door. We are trying a routine experiment. Here goes. Now, if there is trouble with the Pasha's people, remember, I'm coming up to see him as soon as I'm through with this lark. But try to slip back among the women without being noticed.
how am I to get away tomorrow? You promised I should only be here for one night.
Do nothing. Just keep your eyes skinned. I'll take care of everything. Yeah, take this case through to them. Say the fireman gave it to you and behave as if nothing's happened. Good luck, Zigiana. I think you're a grand girl. That seems to be all right. My assistant will go through the suite for helpful information and rejoin me later.
From the cupboard.
Where have you been all this time? I thought that you had gone.
Did you tell anyone?
No. It was my duty to tell Abdullah Effendi and Mariam Bey, but well, I didn't tell them.
But you could have been punished most cruelly for that.
Although I said nothing, I think Abdullah was suspicious. Whatever has happened, I do not want to know. Say nothing at all and help us to pack. I think all will be well this time, but I do not think that you will be so lucky again. Abdullah Effendi will be watching you closely from now on.
They're an unsavory crew, all right. Pretty detestable in every way.
What we know about them might be enough for the police, Governor.
The police? My dear Tinker, do you want to spoil our sport? The Pasha's about to lead us on a trail that could end in something really stupendous. So we shall let him go, old chap, but we must know where he's heading.
Well, Zigiana may find that out.
It's not certain that she will, and if we could get her out safely tomorrow, we'll rost our spy in the camp. A spy could signal back to us where the Pasha's gone to.
Yeah. So how to rescue Zigiana and still keep tabs on the Pasha?
Right, and I think I've come up with the answer. On my way back here, I called on Southern Railways. They tell me that Maremma Bey has arranged for the Pasha's private train to leave Victoria Station at 10 a.m. tomorrow.
Well, don't they know where he's going?
Only need to take a ferry boat to Calais. After that, he'd be going anywhere.
So how do we keep track of him after Calais?
Well, we don't. You do, Tinker. You will be responsible for following up the jolly old Pasha and signalling back where he gets to.
I jump on my tricycle, follow him up the railway line.
You remember I wanted Zigiana back in the Langham Hotel in order, as I said, to retain her place in the Pasha's household.
Yeah, and I'll
don't interrupt me. This is what I shall want you to do.
The day after we leave, you will deliver this parcel to the house of Mr. Sexton Blake, 227C in Upper Baker Street. Make sure that it is taken inside the house and then leave.
What is it?
Simply a parcel to be delivered.
I am of the priesthood of the god. I am not a postman.
You will not be a priest of the god or indeed anything else for very much longer unless you obey my orders. You will deliver that parcel to Mr. Sexton Blake the day after tomorrow. It is not a gift he will enjoy. I was not informed there would be workmen here this morning.
I'm sorry, mate, I don't hear so good. It's the artillery, Boer War.
The hotel manager did not inform me anyone would be working here this morning.
Well, the gaffer said as you was leaving, you wouldn't mind, mate.
He did he?
Yeah.
Well, I suppose it does not matter.
According to old George the doorman, they leave at 9:35, which means you have exactly 4 minutes.
4 minutes? That's cutting it neat, Governor.
That's right, you haven't got much time, so don't waste any. I'll be outside the door. Call me when you're ready.
Where is my limousine? It should be here by now.
Another 2 minutes, Excellency.
I trust the arrangements for my departure have not been bungled.
No, all has been taken care of, cousin. Your Excellency and myself will leave first. The ladies of the harem with Abdullah and Cassandra will follow in the special coach.
And the lady Zigiana?
She will be with the others.
Well, I hope I don't look as daft as I feel.
Well, could have given you a bit more there, but never mind, it'll do. It'll have to.
Just wish I'd had more time to practice the walk.
And don't overdo it, that's the main thing. Now, you've got your orders straight.
Yeah, I'm to wire you as soon as possible, giving the Pasha's immediate destination as precisely as I can, and also telling you anything I've found out about his plans for later.
Good lad. Right, Yashmak on. When the fun starts, be at the door. You're sure you'll be able to pick out Zigiana?
Oh, I know her all right from her ankles. Well, I've plenty of time to study him, remember?
Yes. Well, I'll knock 3 times when they come into view. Wait, together now, oh yeah. And it don't seem a day too much. There ain't a lady living in the world. Yes, I stop.
You are in the presence of the great Hubba Pasha. Until he has passed from your sight, you will be silent.
What's that, mate?
I said you are in the presence of...
We have no time to waste chastising beggars.
British beggars.
He's gone, mate. You were too slow.
Well, so far so good.
Oh, Mr. Blake, I cannot thank you enough for saving me. But who has taken my place?
You mean you didn't recognize him? That was Tinker.
I was not sure, but I cannot believe it.
Oh, now you must take his place. Now put these on, and we'll get you back to Baker Street.
And that is all, Mr. Blake. I'm afraid I did not get much information to help you.
Well, you did what you could. Was there any hint of a marvel or a mystery or an exploration?
Not that I remember. The ladies were all, except for the Lady Cassandra, very foolish. They chatted only of bangles and perfume.
Yes, well, I'm sure Tinker will come through with the goods.
The goods?
The information about where they're all going and why.
I hope they will not harm him.
Oh, Tinker can take care of himself if the need arises.
But the Pasha would be very angry when he finds that...
His new wife is a man. Yes, let's hope that Tinker can show the Pasha a clean pair of heels before that situation arises.
It is time to eat, Zigiana. Let us go to our dining car. Even if you are fasting, you must take something. Some bread, glass of water. Come, Zigiana, answer me.
Perhaps after sundown.
You have sore throat? Our Lord the Pasha has special chef to prepare the meals on his private train. The food will be exquisite. If I were you, I would forgo fast until another time.
I wish to be left to make my prayers.
Very well.
France. Where else? Going south. Yeah, where to? Fat lot of help that'd be to the governor, Tinker, old man, even if you can get a message out. Good job the governor thought of this. Fine for you to look, Tinker, trying to eat through your yashmak.
Zigiana, my dear, I am unhappy for you. I know that there is something wrong. Your sudden absence from the hotel in London, your sudden awareness of something or somebody. You must tell me what it is. I feel towards you like a mother. I wish to protect you. Whatever you have done, whatever may be wrong, I shall protect you. And in return, Zigiana, you must cease from this coldness and this sulking, from this refusal to eat and from this stubborn silence. And you must unveil yourself to me so that I may look again upon the face which I have begun to love. I thought as much. You think you could fool me? You have the hands of a boy. Who are you?
I'm Tinker.
Mr. Tinker!
Plain Tinker. No, don't do that, Cassandra. Now, I'm her friend. I'm Zigiana's friend. Now, listen. I work for a man called Sexton Blake. And together we made this plan that I should be put amongst you in place of Zigiana.
But what do you want? Why have you done this mad thing?
To rescue Zigiana and set her free.
You wish to rescue Zigiana?
Yeah, we already have. She's now safe in Baker Street. We also wish to unmask the Pasha. Now, I'm taking you into my full confidence, you see. Now, we believe the Pasha to be a criminal, a thief, and possibly far worse. That's why I'm following him, to show him up for what he really is.
You're just a boy. What can you do against such a one as Hubba Pasha?
Yeah, well, my governor, Sexton Blake, is more than a match for any Pasha.
But he is not here. You are alone here, Mr. Tinker.
Well, no, I'm not.
But who will help you?
I hoped you.
But, Mr. Tinker...
Plain Tinker, if you please, Mum. You said just now that you would protect Zigiana, whatever she'd done. Won't you protect Zigiana's friend, who's risked all this to help her escape?
I do not know. The Pasha is a man of unbridled wickedness. But he has given me everything which I have had these 20 years. I have eaten his salt, Mr. Plain Tinker. And it would go hard with me to shield one of his enemies.
You would have shielded Zigiana.
Zigiana was not the Pasha's enemy. She was just a lonely girl.
Well, at the moment, I'm just a lonely boy.
Yes, but you are also, my lord, the Pasha's enemy. And making ready, if I have understood you, to summon yet a greater enemy. Oh, it is not easy for me.
Please. Promise you'll help me.
I cannot promise that. Not now, and perhaps never. And you cannot keep me here. They will find you, sooner or later. Abdullah or Marema Bey, they are bound to.
Well, I shall just have to hope for the best, then. But whatever you decide, you might bring a chap some grub.
Grub?
Food. I'm starving.
As to that and everything else, we shall see.
Thank you, Mrs. Barder. No telegram from Tinker yet?
No, nothing.
Still, I suppose it is a little early to expect any news.
He's in danger, is he, somewhere as usual? You ask too much of that boy.
You worry unnecessarily. Tinker thrives on danger. He loves every minute of it.
Well, I just hope he's safe, that's all.
I just hope he's doing better than I am, Pedro.
Why have we stopped?
We are taking on wines and delicacies, mighty Pasha.
Make sure they are of the finest quality, as befits my table.
I'm in charge of this train.
I am. My name is Marana Bey.
What is the final destination of this train?
This is the private train of His Excellency Hubba Pasha. Where it is going is no concern of yours.
Concerns me very much, monsieur. We have descended on the correct line out of Paris, and must keep the driver exact instruction.
You must manage with Albert. Hubba Pasha has instructed me that the destination of the train be disclosed to no one.
Then you must take me to this Hubba Pasha. But I will tell you, monsieur, where the train is going. It will go nowhere.
Very well. Come with me.
But what is the final destination of the train? The final station?
Why should you wish to know this?
Because it must be recorded in the official report. All the trains come from somewhere and go to somewhere, but most are already explained in the timetable. But not this one, because it is the private train of Hubba Pasha.
Hubba Pasha.
I know that it is coming from London, by cabin. But where does it end?
Greece.
Greece, you say? But where in Greece?
Argos. Argos. A-R-G-O-S.